What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. What is going on, guys? Another Tuesday, 8 p.m. Getting into this live stream thing. Glad to see you guys back and tuning in. I see some of you guys hopping into the chat a little early. So, hey, we're going to do as we always do, get into it and have a little bit of fun. You guys have seen the title of tonight's live stream. Let me see, just getting some things set up for you guys. Just doing a little bit of struggle streaming, getting everything set up. I just want to make sure everything is looking right for you guys. And as you come into the live stream, please hit a 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure you guys give me some feedback. Make sure you can hear me okay and see me okay. And also, special shout out to my Facebook crew. Let me make sure I have everything active and going on over there. All right, there we go. All right, I see you guys. I see you. All right, so everything's looking good. I see you guys hit me up with the 1. You guys are getting active in the comment section. Really, really appreciate it. And also, please make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Really does help out the channel. Kind of gives us a push out there, guys. And if you have been with the channel for any length of time, you have seen that we are growing very, very fast, guys. Really, really appreciate this, the support of the channel. And I see you guys coming into the live stream, just giving everybody just a few minutes to get in here. And pretty much what we're going to get into tonight, guys, just talking about some tournament strategies to go over. I have some footage from whenever I was out on the Lake West Point. That is where our last BFL took place. So we will go over that. But also, as always, you know, we have to talk a little bit about electronics, because the thing that I noticed as soon as I got on the water on that Friday for my practice, I kind of see what you guys are talking about out there with all that interference and noise and not being able to get your screens cleared up. So going to a new lake kind of taught me a few things. So I have some footage of that. I'm going to pull that up and kind of show you guys how I worked my way through dealing with that pollen out there on the lake, guys. Oh, yeah, that pollen was kind of rough. It was kind of rough. All right, so yeah, I see you guys hit me up with the 1 in the comment section. Really appreciate that. And want to give a special shout out to the Money Team. I see you guys stepping into the live stream. Really, really appreciate it. For anybody that is interested in becoming a member of the Money Team, or just what is the Money Team, there is a link down in the description. And actually, I will go ahead and pin that in the comment section so you guys can click on that and take a look at it if you're interested in that. Basically, it is just a way to support the channel, guys. So the members of the channel, basically, I'm MoneyBass is what everybody calls me pretty much. So the Money Team is kind of what we have deemed the followers and the members of the channel. So that's pretty much what that is about. And there's a few special perks that come along with that. If you take a look next to their name, you will see a badge, and that badge just kind of gives you guys in the comment section to just get an indication, just to let you know that those are the members of the Money Team in there. And just bear with me just a second. I see some more guys still coming into the live stream. So just give me just a minute. Let me update this real quick. Just want to make sure I get that in the comment section for you guys. I try to always put that in there, try to make things a little easy for you. And also, while I'm at it, always make sure you check the description of the videos, guys. Anytime I find any products, discounts, any things like that that I think will be pertinent and things that can help you out on the water, I definitely put the links in the description for you guys. And also, anytime there's anything with any discounts, so I always try to make sure I look out for you guys in that aspect too. All right, hold on 1 second, just getting this set up for you guys, and then we will get into it. All right, let's see where we at. All right, there we go. Pin that. All right, there we go. So we have that pinned in the chat. All right, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Let's take a look and see who we have checking into the live stream tonight, guys. All right, and as always, we have Michael. Call him AKA 1010 because he's out there catching those 10-pounders. Always one of the first guys stepping into the live stream. He says, "Hi, guys. Hope everyone is doing well." All right, same to you. And really, really appreciate you hitting me with that 1. Let me know everything is looking okay. And special shout out to the Money Team. Have Mark Scott checking into the live stream. Really, really appreciate you checking in and continuing to support the channel. Have Cajun Rob. Cajun Rob hit me up in my, what was that, on Instagram or something there a little earlier. Yeah, Chicken. Yeah, I was on the phone talking with Chicken Hawk. So we're still going back and forth about this Logan Martin thing. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. All right. Shout out to Deshaun Peck. He has a YouTube channel, guys. Make sure you check him out also. And then we have another member of the Money Team, Cool C. He is out there doing his thing on these BFL tournaments too. Had a chance to meet him a few times. Well, I think we met on Lake Lanier. I think we kind of touched bases real quick on West Point. Can't really remember. But yeah, shout out to Cool C. He is a member of the Money Team. Really appreciate you supporting the channel. And a shout out to Jason Hayes. Jason Hayes hit me with the one. Let me know everything is looking good and sounding good. And guys, do me a favor. Please just kind of send out a message to your fellow fishermen. Let them know that we are going live right now on Tuesday. So, and like I said, what we're going to go over tonight is the Mega Live system. And pretty much whether you have Mega Live, Active Target, or Live Scope, it's kind of, all of us are kind of in the same boat with getting those that not resolution, but the clarity on the screen with all of this pollen and things that's going on. So we'll touch bases with that. Then we'll just kind of go over some tournament strategies. And also, as you come into the live stream, guys, if you have been fishing any tournaments or just been out on the water, just kind of hop in the comments. Let me know how things are going for you. What kind of results are you getting out there on the water? All right, then we have Brian, the fisherman baker. What is going on? Haven't seen you in a while. He says, what's going on, buddy? Hope all is well. Oh, yeah, man. Things are rolling over here. All right, and Cool C says, what's up? Then we have Jay Smalls. What is going on?
Yes, sir.
Have you checking back into the live stream. Really, really appreciate you coming back. All right, we have Big Jim Fishing, guys, another member of the Money Team. Make sure you guys check out Big Jim's channel. I know you guys were over there checking it out yesterday, talking about the BFL. So we'll talk a little bit about that this evening too, because I am fishing the Bulldog division, and our next tournament is going to be on Lake Oconee. All right, so we're going to get into that a little bit. All right, then we have Cajun Rob, says Big Jim in the house. All right, yeah, guys, like I always say, make sure you guys are, in the comments getting active. The live streams themselves build off of the participation of you guys in the live stream. And it is a good place to network, guys. A lot of you guys are out there fishing the same tournament trails, and end up linking up on some of these tournaments. May even fish together and cash some checks. You never know. You never know. All right, and let's see who else we have. Big Jim says, hey to Cajun Rob. All right, Jay Small says, been busy with new baby girl. All right, congratulations on that.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. And fished my first tournament, ended in 14th. Now I'm back. All right, there we go. Good deal. Good deal. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. I think we have a special guest, a special, somebody that's checking into the live stream that, I might have to give a special shout out to. Special shout out to Sly Dog and TN. Sly Doggy TN. Let me put some respect on his name.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. I got an announcement to make in just a minute, but yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. All right, then we have Vernon Neal, says MoneyBass, what's good? Everything is good, man. Been having a good time. I've been having some decent results out there on the water, guys. So let's see. I think everybody has hopped into the comments. So let's see what we have for this evening, guys. First, let's let me go ahead and get to this special shout out. Let me share my screen real quick. There's something I want to show you guys. Some of you guys may have already seen the message that I put out in my, because I put out YouTube shorts. So some of you may have already seen the quick short that I put out with the little something special that came in the mail for me. And believe it or not, within 24 hours, it was up and running. So let me just share my screen real quick, guys. Hold on one second. Just bear with me. And just want to make sure you guys can hear this also. All right, so let me just play this real quick. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I got it right. Hold on. Just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. All right, let me take it down, add it back. See if I can get it to play that way. All right, hold on one second, guys. Struggle streaming, guys. Struggle streaming. Hold on just a second. Okay, here it goes. You won't believe what I'm about to show you guys. I'm just out here in the lab getting ready for my next tournament that will take place on Lake Oconee. But I had to give a special shout out to the Money Team. One of my subscribers has sent me a Mega Live target lock system. All right, guys, gotta love that. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Tuesday so we can talk about it. You won't believe what I'm about to show you. Could you guys hear that? Hit a 1 in the comment section if you guys could hear that. It was just a quick 20-second clip. All right, just checking the comments. Want to make sure you guys heard that. All right. So yeah, so you heard it. Let me just go ahead and play it. Let me play it one more time. Hold on, here we go, guys. If I can get it to play. Hold on just a second, hitting the wrong button. Here we go. Guys, I'm just out here in the lab getting ready for my next tournament that will take place on Lake Oconee. But I had to give a special shout out to the Money Team. One of my subscribers has sent me a Mega Live target lock system. All right, guys, gotta love that. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Tuesday so we can talk about it. You won't believe there we go, guys. There we go. Hold on, let me go ahead and pause it. There we go, guys. Oh yeah, your partner MoneyBass has target lock. Oh man, it's gonna get nice out there on the water, guys. Special shout out to, where's he at? Where is the man of the hour? Sly Doggy TN.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. I don't know if there's too much of a story behind this. You know, I just received a message one day like, hey, MoneyBass, you know, I have something coming your way. No strings attached. Just wanted to, I guess, want to see what you can do with this piece of equipment, see what you can make happen. So guys, listen, it came in yesterday. It was installed by today. So it is already done. The only thing I have to do is head out on the water and complete the setup as far as just linking. This is already linked and everything, but there's one final step that you have to do in the setup of it. And so I just have to head to the water. As soon as I put it on the water, depending on the weather for tomorrow, I will be out there on the lake tomorrow with it. And guys, one of the things that I plan to do with that target lock is go through this thing in detail and just try to find some things that I haven't quite seen other people doing with it yet and bring all of that information to you guys. So if anybody does have that target lock system, just put target lock down in the chat. I just want to see who all already has that target lock system. And if you don't have target lock, maybe you're running some other, maybe you're running Active Target or Garmin, so you won't have the target lock. But do you have some other type of setup on your boat that you use to run your live imaging with? But yeah, just drop that in the comments. Just kind of interested in seeing how many guys have something like that going on. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Let me just make sure I have everything updated in here. All right, got that. All right, there we go. Okay, I see a few of you guys dropping in with the target lock, but man, I mean, I was in shock for probably like a day or two when I got the message, and then when I got the alert that it was delivered already, I mean, it was like in 1 week's time. I already had it and on the boat. So you guys know I have been talking about that target lock system for a while. So again, special shout out to Sly Doggy TN. You guys see him in the chat. And I guess if you could, guys, just put Sly in the chat for me. Let me go ahead and type it in here too. Everybody, just put Sly in the chat. Just want to show some appreciation and put some respect on his name. Strong supporter of the channel. And I mean, guys, it really means so much just to see that you guys are just receiving value from this channel and from the information that I'm putting out. And really, that was the goal. You guys have heard me all along that the purpose and goal of this channel is to build a community of guys, of like-minded guys that are just looking to get better on the water, that really enjoy fishing and just want to help each other out. So that is what this channel is based on. That's what it's all about. And also keeping in mind those of us that are not able to get out on the lake right now. Could be health issues, could be financial, just could be any different array of reasons that you're not able to get out there and enjoy the water. So we are giving those guys an opportunity to live vicariously through us out on the water. So that is what it's about here. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Everybody that is continually tuning in, hopping into the chat, getting active, the super chats, the money team. I mean, just all of it, guys. All of the messages that you send in the comment section on the videos. Really, really appreciate you guys. All right, so let's see. I think we had a few more messages coming in. Let me just check real quick. All right, so let's see. Who else do we have checking into this live stream? All right, so we had some guys that hop in to say, okay, well, hold on. Kind of got to get caught up. Okay, so we have Michael J. Fishing checked in, Big Jim checked in, Jay Smalls checked in, Cajun Rob checked in, and we have Texas Nuke checking in. All right. Then we have Big Jim. Okay, wait a second. Hold on. Danny Woodall, what is going on? Glad you are checking into the live stream also. All right, so Big Jim, of course, everybody knows he is running those Solix units, and he has the target lock installed on his rig. Danny Woodall says he has target lock. All right, Mark Scott, of course, he absolutely has that target lock. He is out there making things happen. Vernon Neal is putting in some work. He has that target lock also. Okay, so more of you guys had it than what I was expecting. All right, and then Mark Scott says, I just put Minn Kota new base to help with the weight of it. It's amazing. Okay. So I guess that's with that extra spring, with the that stronger spring in it. Is that what you're referring to, Mark? Because that was mentioned to me, but I didn't get that yet. I haven't, I just got it installed. So I'm gonna get out here and see what I can do with it. All right, and appreciate you guys for giving Sly Doggy TN a shout out. Really, really appreciate you. All right, then we have Big Jim says, I used it on my last BFL to catch a limit Carolina rigging. Oh, yeah, you were out there doing your thing. Shout out to you on that. All right, then Jay Smalls giving Sly Doggy TN a shout out. Really appreciate that. All right, for everybody that is just tuning in, what we are about to get into is just a kind of recap of my tournament day out on Lake West Point. And what I'm going to do, guys, is play the footage of my practice day and just kind of walk you through the steps that I, just my thought process and how I chose to attack that lake being this time of year. And what I'll tell you guys is really, for me, regardless of what time of year it is, or when people are saying they're out deep, they're shallow, they're doing this and they're doing that, I pretty much stick to the same program because I cover all of those bases and then I hone in on whatever I find for that particular day. And it's kind of in a way just kind of planning for the future. So let's say if you know that the weather's going to be a certain kind of way, looking at the forecast, you can kind of locate areas or structure or different types of cover based on just your experience of where you have found those fish in the past. So for me, I can pre-fish for a tournament maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month ahead of time, depending on what I'm looking for whenever I go out to the lake. So that's just a little heads up on what we'll be taking a look at. All right, so let's see. Michael J. What is that? Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says, Slide, thanks for helping money. It creates new content for us too. There we go, guys. And that is exactly what I had in mind. As soon as I saw that message, I was like, man, this is going to be a lot of good information that I can now bring back to the guys. And if there may be some people that may be on the fence about getting it. I mean, although I have been wanting that target lock system for a while, I know that there may be some pros and cons to it. So I will be bringing that all to you. And you guys know how I pretty much look at things. I always try to pull the positive out of it. So even if there are pros and cons to certain things, I try to look at those pros and try to what's the word I'm looking for? Just try to take advantage of those and use those to the best of my ability. So that's the way I kind of look at it, guys. So I'll bring all of that information to you, but you are exactly right. All right. Thank you for shouting out Sly again. All right, Cajun Rob, shout out to you. All right, Mark Scott. All right.
Yes,
He says, love this channel. Hey, man, I have fun every Tuesdays. I kind of look forward to getting in here, hearing what you guys have been doing out there on the water, what kind of experiences you've been having, who has been out there cashing checks, catching their PBs, trying out new techniques. Big Jim out there catching them with his Mega Live with the Carolina rig. I mean, we're out there making things happen, guys. All right. What's up to Cool C? All right. Mark Scott says, Big Jim. Yes, glad I spent the money. Oh, yeah. I know you guys have been out there. So, hey, I can join the club now. All right. Big Jim says, yes. Hold on. Where'd it go? He says, yes, money. It has a larger shock. All right, let me see. Let's see who else we have. All right, so Slide Doggy TN says, I don't even bass fish and don't have a trolling motor myself. Uh-oh. Hey, what's going on with that? So he doesn't even have a trolling motor. Okay, I thought you had target lock. Okay, he says, I troll for stripers, but love your channel and approach to fishing and videos. I pretty much have most other Humminbird products. Okay, all right, good deal, good deal. Really, really appreciate that. All right, then we have Big Jim says, Slide Doggy TN, what a great gesture. You're a good man, sir. Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys check out his channel too. He does some it may help some of you guys out with maybe coming up with some different ways to approach fishing depending on what you're doing, because he actually tracks the A rigs, and he also uses live to track the bait behind the boat when he's trolling. It's kind of interesting, guys. So make sure you check out his channel. All right, let's see what else we have, guys. Let's see what else we have. Hold on one second. All right. So I'll let some of the guys in the chat hop in here, because I know some guys have Mega Live, some guys have Active Target and Live Scope. So that's the thing, guys. For this channel, what we are here to do is help everybody out. So it doesn't matter if you are running Mega Live. I'm running all Humminbird. I have Mega Live, Mega 360, Target Lock. Oh yeah. I have Target Lock now, guys. And I have a 12-inch screen, 2 10s, and 1 9. So that's pretty much my setup that I have. And I have the Ultrex. So I pretty much have all Humminbird. Everything is networked together, except for one of my units, because I only have one 5-port hub. I need to get another 5-port hub. So that is what I'll probably be ordering this week. And the thing about that, shout out to Dottie Fishing. Hit me up with a $4.99 super sticker, man. And you know what? I forgot to even mention it, guys. This channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, the subscribers, everybody that just comes and hops into the chat, the comments, all that good stuff. So I really, really appreciate it whenever anybody offers a gesture to support the channel. All of this money goes back into the channel itself. So I was just mentioning that the next thing I'm going to get is that 5-port hub. I have tournament fees, gas, things like that. So all of these funds go into the channel, and in turn is given back to you guys through the videos, through the information that I put back out here for you guys. And what I always say, for each week, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, is the sponsor of the live stream. But guys, I think we may have to do a co-sponsor, because Slide Doggy TN might be the main sponsor of this live stream. So let me hop into the banner. And as you guys take a look down at the bottom, you see special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream. Last week, it was Cool C. Shout out to Cool C. Really, really appreciate you supporting and sponsoring last week's live stream. But right now, let's go ahead and we are going to do a dual sponsorship this time, guys. So Slide Doggy TN. All right, let me make sure I spell that right. Put some respect on his name. Slide Doggy TN is the sponsor of the live stream. And let's see. How can we do this? Let's do co-sponsor, guys. How about that? So we'll do co-sponsor. So the largest super chat, super sticker, contribution to the live stream while we are doing the live stream will be the co-sponsor of this live stream. And right now it is Dottie Fishing. Really, really appreciate it. All right, let me just update that banner real quick, guys. And then we're going to hop straight into this video, guys. We're going to hop straight into it. I see we have some guys in here that are anxiously waiting. All right, hold on one second. Make sure I got everything right on here. All right, so now if you take a look down at the bottom of the screen, you will see special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Sly Doggy TN, and the co-sponsor, Dottie Fishing, who has contributed the highest super chat, super sticker to the live stream this evening. Really, really appreciate that. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do now is share my screen. All right. Here and pause it real quick. Just bear with me, guys. All right, just getting everything lined up. All right, so we're just going to start off and just go over my tournament day. So at the beginning, of course, you guys know that I have mentioned on several occasions that I like to camp out. during my tournament. So I'll find some campgrounds, I'll camp out. Maybe one or two of the guys will join me on that. So we always have a good time out there, depending on how busy it is. So I mean, you guys know how it is once you get out there on the water, and get off the water. You're spending the rest of the evening getting things tied on, trying to get your food together, all that kind of stuff to get ready for the tournament season. I mean, the next tournament day. So that's pretty much what we're starting off at. And before we hop into that, let me just make sure I have not left anybody out. And also, if anybody wants to take a minute to answer this question from their end while this video is playing, then you can. But Connor Brewer says, would you recommend Mega Live? My answer would be yes. But what system you go with, to me, it really depends on what current setup that you have and what is your main priority. Is it like for me, I like having all of my units the same, everything links together. Some people say that the Garmin has a better image. So if you're focusing on that image, then I would definitely say take a look at the 3 different brands and see which imaging you kind of like the best with that. Lowrance itself has its pros and cons, just like all of the systems do also. So that's what I would say. Just kind of, if you guys have livescope or you have active target, just put down in there some reasons why you would suggest getting that for someone. But again, let's see, Connor, for me, in my opinion, it depends on what your current setup is, how much you're willing to invest into the setup and everything. Just kind of put together a complete plan, so you don't kind of piece things together and end up spending more that way. But that would be my suggestion on it. All right, and let me just take a look real quick just to make sure I'm not leaving anybody out. Dottie Fishing says, I got my hands on a new Mega Live transducer that has 1.75 software. Oh, so you already have the Mega Live. Hey, so you're good to go then. I would say definitely take a look. If you search on YouTube, MoneyBass Mega Live, I think that I probably have the most content on YouTube. If you type in Mega Live, you will see everything from installation, whenever I did things wrong, whenever I actually cut my wires and had to solder them back together. I mean, I've been through it all with the live system, and I pretty much have a good setup and screen clarity, things like that. So I would definitely say take a look at a lot of my videos, and that may help you out. All right, then Vernon Neal giving another shout out. All right, so let me get through these 4 more, and then I will go ahead and get into this video, guys. All right, so we have Sly Doggy TN says at Dottie Fishing, there isn't a 1.75 Mega Live version. The current level is 1.200. That is correct. I did not catch that. So maybe Dottie Fishing, you have 1.170. Because I know there was a 1.130, 1.150. Then I think we had a 1.17, and we are currently at the 1.200 is the most updated version that we have out there. All right, then Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says Garmin LiveScope plays very well with Mega 360. All right, and that's another thing to keep in mind. You can mix and match these systems depending on what your goal is, like I was saying earlier. All right, and he also says I have very good images on both. All right, then Dottie Fisher says Sly Doggy 10. That's the reason I am happy. All right, sounds good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this video, guys. And what I'll do is that some of the areas I'll just kind of explain what I'm doing. And if you guys have any questions about it, just go ahead and hop into the comments, and always get active in the comments, guys. That is what makes these live streams great. Make them, make some fun, interesting, all that good kind of stuff. Just sharing different opinions, different thoughts on things, and ways to approach fishing in general. All right, so let me go ahead and bring this up. All right, let's go ahead and take a look, guys. Out here at the campsite. There we go. That's my setup. See a few of the other guys out here. Got there. Man, why is there so much interference on my Mega Live system? Could it be all of that pollen out there, guys? If you want to know how to clear that up, take a look in the comments and watch the next video. All right, let me just pause this right here. So that image, let me see if I can just back that up just a little bit. Just bear with me, guys, because the thing that I want you guys to take note of And let me just pull this back up. Whenever I first got to this lake and dropped my trolling motor in the water, that is my image clarity. That is what I was looking at. I had not made any adjustments. I did not do this on purpose and make this screen look this way. As you can see, I'm sitting in 4 feet of water. So one of the things that I realized is that the shallower that I got in the water, the more interference there was. But again, I'm only in 4 feet of water. And the thing about it is we were having a lot of winds. There was a lot of rain and everything coming through. So it was mixing that water up with the pollen, the debris, things like that was in the water, just heavy, just strong. You could, and actually what you just saw, you could see the pollen sitting on top of the water. And just keep in mind that what you're seeing on top, I'm pretty sure it was like that underneath the water too, especially in the shallow areas. Because like I said, it was also rain coming in and out throughout the day. But one of the things that I was focused on doing is, even with this looking like this, I was like, I need to figure out something to where I can still be able to make use of my live imaging in shallow water. And immediately the thing that I thought about is the feedback that I've been receiving from a lot of you guys, that you are having issues with interference on your screen. And I did put out a poll a little earlier, and the question on that was basically, who is having issues with the interference from pollen, or maybe you just don't even know what's causing your interference, or maybe you're just not having it at all. Some guys, depending on where you're located, they're not having issues with pollen yet, or they may not have issues with pollen at all. But a lot of us are. I'm down on the, on the southeastern part of the country. So we are experiencing a lot of heavy pollen. So that is what we're looking at, guys. And when I saw that, I immediately picked up my phone. I was like, let me make this quick video. And I put that out as a short. So for you guys that are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you have not already hit the like button. I do put out a lot of content, guys. And, a lot of times it'll be some things in there that you'd be surprised. It'll help you out on the water. But let's just take a look at this. Much interference on my Mega Live system. Could it be all of that pollen out there, guys? That is a lot of pollen. If you want to know how to clear that up, take a look in the comments and watch the next video. All right, let's hit the menu button once and head up to our sensitivity. And let's crank that down, guys. Then we'll go down to contrast and crank that up. Wow. Isn't that a big difference? All right, so that was just a very, very quick fix just to get a lot of that clutter off the screen. And what that allowed me to do, guys, was to actually still be able to see the cover, or basically the cover, if I was seeing any brush piles or things like that. But as far as the detail, just making that quick adjustment with the sensitivity and contrast wasn't quite enough to get it to where I needed to be. So the other thing that I realized is that I needed to pull back out a little bit farther. So not sitting in 4 or 5, 6 or 3 feet of water, fishing that shallow, just pull back a little bit if I wanted to get that better image, and adjusting the depth and the range. So you kind of want to play with all of those things. And also, what is it? Is it dynamic contrast? I can't remember, but there's some other settings on there, guys, that you want to take a look at whenever you're out there. But just spend a little bit of time with it, and just keep in mind that whenever right here, when we're about to get right into the first part of the video, I am kind of fishing an area. I believe it may be like 10 feet deep or so is what I'm casting into. So it's still relatively shallow for me, because generally I fish water that I would say is 20 to 50 feet deep. I like fishing offshore, but I knew that I needed to check out that shallow bite. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. And I'm kind of mixing it with some of the deeper water, because I'm sitting right in the middle of the cove and focusing on some fish there. All right, so let's go ahead and hop back into it, guys. So I was able to find some cover on my live imaging, but like I said, with those adjustments that I had to make to kind of get things cleared up, I wasn't able to track my bait as well. So kind of had to mix in a little bit of that old school knowledge in there as far as, you know, if I needed to count my bait down or just cast using my 360, because I am using my 360, and just kind of lining the baits up that way, lining the cast up that way. And that's pretty much all I'm doing here, guys. And I do eventually kind of start filling the that cover that's down there. It could have been like a log, could have been a brush pile, but just getting into my strategy for the day. Of course, everybody's saying those fish are heading up shallow, so I can't rule that out. I want to hit that first thing in the morning, and that's pretty much what I did. So I'm running shallow, running a crankbait, and if I see something I need to stop and take a look at, I pull out that shaky head, and I'm able to just spin right around and cast shallow with that shaky head. All right. So basically what I did on that cast is I targeted some isolated rocks. I saw some rocks and I kind of saw that they were right at the edge of the water. So I kind of figured that they probably went out a little bit deeper. So that's what made me decide to make that cast. And because I had actually been casting to that little brush pile or tree or whatever that is that I was seeing down there, I had made a few casts of that and just wanted to give it a second because I did see some fish on it, but I did not get those fish to bite right away. Oh yeah. All right, guys. I love it when a plan comes together. I'll show you how I have my unit set up because I'm targeting these shallow water fish, the ones that are moving up, getting ready for that spawn, guys. The water temps are dropping. Have some rain coming in tonight. You see all that pollen on the water. A lot of good signs out here showing this might be a good tournament, guys. But hey, let's see how it goes. I kind of like that shot right there. That is for the guys that have not been out there on the water lately and can see the beauty of those fish. That's one of the reasons why I do that, guys. Got him. Another keeper spot. All right, there we go. All right, there we go, guys. Got a nice limit early in the day. It's about 11:30. So there we go. That's my big one. I'm gonna go ahead and let these 5 go and keep on moving. See if I can get another limit. But again, practice day, it isn't so much about catching fish, but about finding the cover and structure that the fish are on, and I have found it. So hopefully I'll be able to get some fish bigger than this one. These are fish that I would need to cull out for the tournament, hopefully, but even this one right here, this big one, still won't be enough for me for the tournament. But it's good to know that I have found a decent pattern that I can get out here and use. All right, let's keep on working. All right, and keep in mind, this is the Friday before the tournament, guys, so you know how that goes. You can go out there and find something, and then the next day, that isn't what is quite working. So what I'm doing, even within the same area, I'm testing out kind of 3 different things. I'm fishing whenever I find isolated rocks. I'm also looking for any type of laydowns or things like that that may be in the lake. And right here, what I did is pulled right into the middle of the cove, and there was some standing timber in there. Just looks like natural timber. It's not anything that was placed in there by anyone. And I could see those fish suspended. And so what I chose to do, I'm probably sitting in about 9 feet of water. So I actually picked up a square bill to see if I could get those fish come up to hit it. That one hit it right at the boat. I was actually about to pull it out of the water, and the fish came and grabbed it. All right, believe it or not, that is a keeper for this lake. It's a spotted bass. Check the tongue for the spikes. All they have to be is 12 inches. But of course, that's good for some points, but not good for a check whenever you're fishing these tournaments, but still fun to catch. All right, and what I'm doing right here, guys, if you can take a look and you see that bank, the water level was very low. this is practice, and I know I'm going to be back out at this lake at some point. So what I'm doing is taking the time to mark these areas where I can see these rocks. If you look over there, you can see some laydowns. Right now, they're out of the water, but when that water level comes back up, I will have those marked, and I can come in here and target those specific laydowns. I can come and make the cast exactly how I want, because I have them marked. I know exactly where they're at, and that is something that I'm doing. And also, I'm covering water. So right now, I'm just going along, covering water, throwing the crankbait, seeing what caliber of fish are up shallow that I'm able to run into. So the pattern was looking kind of decent. So I would switch between throwing a 2.5 square bill and a DT8. So that square bill, I would throw that all the way to the bank, kind of keep it shallow. And then if I wanted to come out a little bit deeper, I would throw that DT8 and still have that banging off the rocks on the bottom. So I was able to catch fish on both of those. And the other thing that I would do with that DT8 is, if I saw some type of brush pile or something like that, I would cast that DT8 just past it, bring it all the way up to it, and as soon as I would feel it hit that that cover that was down there, I would stop reeling, kind of let it float up, reel it back down into it, and I would just kind of bounce it through there. I mean, it's kind of a delicate process so that you don't get hung up. But yeah, that's pretty much how I was doing that with the crankbaits, guys. All right, there we go. That is a nice spotted bass right there, guys. All right, let's keep on moving. All right, and what this is right here, I have found a very long point, and I was thinking that, and I did actually see some fish. I scanned it first with my sonar, then I went back to it with my live imaging, but I wasn't able to get those fish to bite. And that, as you guys hear, that wind was getting kind of, it was kind of picking up. So I wasn't able to get those fish to bite, and they were probably about 50 yards out to where the back of where I'm at right now. So I kind of moved back in shallow. I just wanted to see if I could get some larger size fish. All right, here we go. Another one. So that was a keeper, but of course that's not the size fish that I'm looking for. So right here, I had made a run to another location, and I'm trying to, at this point, I'm trying to find a location where I can pretty much pull up to, find a lot of fish, and just be able to pull out my limit from a spot. I kind of like to have places like that, guys, so you never know if you may run into a tough day and you need that type of spot. So for me, like I said, it's not always about catching fish on practice day. It's about locating the areas that I need in order to come back to on tournament day. And if this right here, I put this clip in here just so you guys can see and hear that wind. I have the volume turned down, but you can still hear that wind. And another thing that is going to come in handy is target lock in situations like that, because I do like to focus offshore, guys. And I was able to find the sweet spot. So I'm kind of out here. I may be sitting in about 20 feet of water. All right, there we go. Limit number 2, guys. Not a big one, but it's a fish. All right, let's keep on working. Have to find those bigger fish today, guys. Have a few more hours out here. I'm gonna head all the way to the back of the creek. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but the wind has picked up a lot. All right, let me turn that volume down a little bit. Yeah, guys, that wind was getting very brutal. So that spotlight was definitely coming in handy out here on the lake on this day. All right, there's another one. And again, guys, the reason why I put those shots up there like that to show the fish is so for the guys that have not been able to get out to the lake, they can still find some enjoyment. And right there, you saw me set the hook, or tried to set the hook. I was getting a lot of short strikes. So I just had to slow things down, and a lot of times just give those fish some time to take it. And what I was really hoping I would find at this spot was that eventually I would start getting into some bigger fish. So the biggest fish that I may have caught from this spot may have been around the 2-pound range, but I think it was probably a little under 2 pounds. So I knew I could at least fill out my limit here if I really did need that. All right, here we go, guys. I kind of like this spot. It's a combination of offshore and shallow. So I'm out here in the middle of the lake, but I'm fishing this long point. That wind, as you can see, is blowing over that point, so there's a lot of fish stacked up down there. So this spot is kind of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can catch one more and then head out and see if I can find some bigger fish. This is a decent one, but hopefully I won't even have something this size for the tournament. There we go, guys. All right, so I'm actually on the phone right now with Chicken Hawk, guys. That is who is talking in the background. Oh, shoot. So the day was winding down, guys. Check it out, people. Nice large mouth. All right, there you go. All right, it's about time to close the day out, but I want you to take a look at the tail on that right there. What do you think about that, people? All right, nice day out here on the lake. So I caught around 15 fish or so that day. All right, guys, finishing up the day out here. Had a very productive day. Just have to see what we can do tomorrow. All right, let's go. All right, so what you guys cannot see is behind the boat, there is a humongous storm headed my way. So I need to make it back to the campgrounds before that rain comes in. And that is pretty much what my mind was on right here. So, hey, I had to put the pedal to the floor and head back to the campsite. So right now, as I get into the main part of the lake, the water started getting a little rough. But, hey, you know, it's all still a good day out there on the water. But, I mean, you guys saw that pretty much I had a decent day out on the water. And I see a few of you guys getting active in the comments. So what I am going to do now is hop back into the comments and see who we have checking in. And like I said, guys, please make sure you get active in the comments. I always want to make sure that we have a good time and, you know, always learn something, share some information. And if anybody was out this past weekend, if you participated in any tournaments or anything like that, all right, there we go, guys. So that is the end of that. All right, so what do you guys think? Did anybody see anything interesting? All right, so let me just check on my Facebook people real quick. All right, let's see. All right, Facebook, you guys over there looking good. All right, and let's see. Let me hop back into the comments, guys, and see who else is checked in since we got started. All right, and again, special shout out to Dottie Fishing with the $4.99 super sticker, the current co-sponsor of tonight's live stream. And of course, you guys know Slide Doggy TN is the main sponsor of tonight's live stream. Special shout out to that. All right, and let's see. All right, so I see you guys. Some guys have been answering that question that we had. So Connor Brewer, would you recommend Mega Live was the question, and I pretty much answered that. I see some guys have been getting active in the comments, helping you out with that. And again, special shout out to Dottie Fishing. And let me just hop and see where we left off at, guys. Hold on 1 second. All right, let me see. Where are we at? Okay, and I see you guys started talking about the different versions of the Mega Live that we have. So Dottie Fishing says, I have the next to latest software, got rid of 1.200. 1.2. Let's see. I have the next to latest software version. So that would be 1.170. But I wasn't aware that once you go forward on one of these updates, software updates, that you could actually go back. I didn't know that you were able to do that. All right, Slide Dog and TN says fishing the version before 1.200 was 1.070. I think it's 1.170. If I'm right, okay, there we go. There we go. Let me see. The version before the current version, 1.200 was 1.170. That is correct. And like I said, I did not know that you could go backwards. I've never heard of anybody doing that before. All right. Then Vernon Neal says fishing got rid of. Explain, please, sir. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I'm kind of confused on that one too. All right, Dottie Fishing, the release before the current version. Okay, just updating that. All right, Vernon, I still have my old transducer, but found a new in-box transducer that was manufactured before 1.20 came out. All right, gotcha on that. All right, then we have James Reynolds. What is going on? Says I'm late, but I'm here. And we have Darren Pearson. So we got James Reynolds checking in. We got Darren Pearson checking in. All right. Vernon Neal says, gotcha. Understand that. All right. Then we have Ballsy Bates. Says gold. I think that was in reference to some of the footage that I was playing a little earlier. Maybe. Kind of let me know if there's, if there's any clarification you want to put on that. Then Vernon Neal says, Dottie Fishing, do you have Solix or Apex units? All right, Slide Doggy TN says the 1.200 Mega Live update is very good for Helix, Solix, and Apex users who also have Mega 360 are having some Mega Live crosstalk interference with Solix and Apex 4.130 and Mega Live 1.200. That is correct. So Solix and Apex, they're kind of feeling a little something right now because they do have some interference. That is something that I wanted to talk about too, guys. So when you guys are out there and you're having this interference, like even when you saw the interference that I had on my screen earlier, and another thing to keep in mind, all of these fish that I was catching, the ones that I was catching using my live imaging, a lot of times I was not able to track my baits because of, I guess you saw all the wind and everything. So that pollen, you could look across the lake and it almost looked like rain in the distance. There was pollen everywhere. That pollen was mixing in that water. So even in that deeper water at certain depths, that pollen and everything would still be in there. So I wasn't able to track my bait, but I still was able to see the cover and see the fish. It was kind of odd. So just kind of had to count down my bait sometimes, or if I was throwing a crankbait or something like that, I would just have to go off of the knowledge of remembering, like if it's a DT8, what is it, a 6XD, something like that, knowing how far in the past that I've seen those go down and making my selections based off of that. But with that interference that comes on the screen, how much of a distraction is that to you guys? I know most people want their units to be crystal clear, no interference, no noise, no any of that stuff. But for me, a lot of times whenever I was out fishing and using my units, I did not even realize that I had interference on the screen because I don't focus on that. Once I was able to see the fish or see the cover or structure that I'm fishing, I was focusing on that. And I remember during one of my live streams when I showed the footage, somebody was like, why is that interference on your screen? And I was like, wow, I did not even notice that it was on the screen because it did not prevent me from being able to accomplish what I was trying to do with the units. So what I noticed that I had began to do was get the screens a lot clearer for you guys so that you guys would be able to see the screens and see how clear they could get. But for me, most of the time, I don't really fish like that with my screens clear anyways. So sometimes I have a flash coming across there, depending on the water depth, what type of bottom and things like that. Maybe it's from my 360, could be. But like I said, even if it's flashing, or if it has some noise on there. If I can still see those fish moving around in there, I'm going to make it happen, because in some cases I may hit a spot, fish for a few minutes, and then I'm taking off. So I don't really want to sit there and spend a lot of time trying to make adjustments on my unit. So as soon as I can see what I need to see, I'm doing what I have to do, and then I'm moving on. All right. So hope that information helps some of you guys out. So maybe you can try that whenever you're out there. Just cast your bait out. See if you can still see your bait. See if you can still see the fish. And depending on how much time you have on the water, yeah, I mean, you might have to make the best of what you have at that time. All right. So Texas Noop says, did you search for bait fish first or structure? Ah, okay. All right. You want some of that inside info. Okay. All right. So did you search for bait fish first or structure? I would say the first thing that I did is I actually checked mapping.
Yes, sir.
How about that? I searched mapping. So I would check for channel swings, things like that, where I would see fish have access to deeper water that may be going next to a point, next to a cove or something like that. And I may look, and because the water level was down, so I would look for, and I guess that would be kind of like structure. I would use my mapping to find the different contours, things like that I want. And then I would look for structure. And then once I would stop and start scanning, I did notice bait fish. So I noticed all three of those things together. And I think that was made, the areas that I was fishing higher percentage areas. So that was kind of my game plan going into that. All right, then we have Carrie Toms. All right, subscriber to the channel. Really, really appreciate you checking in. All right, says, I like it, money. I'm Humminbird 2. Got Helix 9. Only got it by the live transducer. Okay, so you have a Helix 9 by your live transducer. Okay, so cool. Yeah, so I actually have a 9 G3N unit, but right now that is the one that I don't have on the network. I just use it for mapping until I get my other 5-port hub. But yeah, so that 9, that's a good unit. All right, then we have Slide Doggy TN says, I noticed that the biggest fish on your first limit didn't appear to have a lateral line. Was it something other than a largemouth or spotted bass? Sometimes they have some of these little hybrid type fish going on in there. And so for me, I'm just catching them and taking them to the scale, and I'm checking that tongue, making sure it's checking to see whether it's a largemouth or spotted bass, only for the size limit. So I don't know. Can anybody chime in on that? What type of fish could that have been that did not have a lateral line on it? To me, I just looked at it as, I knew it was a largemouth, by the face and by the mouth itself. But yeah, I'm not sure if it was some type of hybrid or something like that because of that lateral line. But I did notice that a lot of those fish on Lake West Point and some of the other lakes, they don't really have that lateral line. They physically look different than the spotted bass. They don't have any type of spots or anything or that lateral line. So I would say that, in my opinion, I think it was just a straight largemouth. All right. And then Jay Small says, what bait were you tossing at them? So most of the time you will see me using a shaky head. That has become one of my number one baits. And if you search MoneyBass shaky head setup, you will see the exact setup. I go over the line, go over my cast, go over the retrieve, everything that I pretty much use with that shaky head. And then I generally throw a 1/4 ounce weight on there, whether I'm fishing 40 feet deep or if I'm fishing 2 feet deep. So that 1/4 ounce is just something universal for me. Sometimes I've tried using a 3/16 or something smaller than that, but sometimes I like to actually use my shaky head as a search bait so I can move it a little bit faster. And I found that using a lighter weight for me, I'm not actually keeping it on the bottom all the time. So it's almost, in my opinion, kind of a wasted cast for me whenever I throw out a lighter weight. And then actually now sometimes I can actually see the bait suspended whenever I'm bringing it back on my live imaging. So I like sticking to that 1/4 ounce on that. But yeah, I would say that is more than likely a shaky head that you're referring to. But this time of year, you want to make sure you keep that wacky rig, Noco rig. Those things are kind of good right now too. All right, then Carrie Tom says, oh yeah, Navy man here, Carrie. All right, shout out to that. Shout out to that. All right, Vernon Neal says Sly Doggy TN should be the sponsor for the next 100 live streams. Hey, I can't disagree with that. I mean, that's why you see down at the bottom of the screen says, thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Slide Doggy TN. I mean, anybody that's tossing in those super chats, super stickers, and stuff like that for this evening. I mean, you guys are the co-sponsor, so you can get up there with the big dog. You can get your name right next to the big dog. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. So that's what Vernon Neal says. Says Slide Doggy TN should be the sponsor for the next 100 live streams. Just saying. I feel you on that. All right, then we have James says, thought Garmin was the only one that lets you go backward on updates. Yeah, so and actually we did get that clarified. So actually that was two separate units. One of them had 1.170 and the other one had 1.200. When they used the second unit, it still had the older version on it. All right, then Dottie Fishing says, I have 3 Helix with Mega Live, with Mega 360 and Target Lock. All right, good deal. So yeah, so you're rolling. You got a nice setup. All right, Vernon Neal says at Dottie Fishing, you shouldn't have any crosstalk interference issues with the latest 1.200 update. Yeah, so I haven't been having any issues with mine. I just installed that Target Lock. Oh yeah, I installed that Target Lock, so I haven't been on the water yet. So I will get in there and get to it. Uh-oh, look who we have checking in. Just Talk About It. You guys go over there and check out Just Talk About It's YouTube channel. Says, hi, Money Team. Yeah, oh yeah, special shout out to the Money Team. The Money Team are the members of the channel. And if you guys take a look in the chat, the people that you see that have that badge kind of looks like a little MoneyBass fish, kind of part of the logo next to their name. Those are the members of the Money Team. And if you are interested in becoming a member of the channel and supporting the channel, just click the link. It is in the description to become a member of the Money Team, and the link is pinned to the top of the chat. It's just a way to support the channel and just get a few perks every now and then whenever we have special guests or sponsors that may come to the channel that have products and stuff like that. I'll kind of shoot some of those out to the Money Team. You guys can go out on the water, test them out, and just come back and give an update. Just kind of let us know what you thought about the product, that kind of thing. So it's kind of a another way to support you guys that are supporting the channel. So really appreciate you guys. Shout out to Just Talk About It. All right, so Big Jim Fishing says, huge distraction coming from one of the first YouTubers with Mega Live. Let's see. Okay, so I'm taking it that you're saying that because I don't remember if I got mine before you got your Mega Live. So you're saying that the interference is a huge distraction. And I know Big Jim. Now, if you guys want your units looking crystal clear, Big Jim has his stuff dialed in. Therefore, he has the dialed in series.
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, so Big Jim, he does not like that interference. So yeah, I was sending him a message a little earlier, and I know Big Jim was like, I don't want to hear about you using your units with some interference. Get that interference off the screen. All right, let's see what else we have. We have Dottie Fishing says, Vernon, my screen was blown out, kind of like money, but worse right after I updated in February. No pollen. Okay. And so I'm guessing what version are you saying that you are running? And another thing that I noticed, guys, with me, even though you see most of my footage whenever I'm out on the water, my screens are clear. And like I said, I started doing that for you guys, because for me, as long as I can see the cover and structure, I'm rolling with it. But now I keep in mind that if I'm going to show some footage to you guys, let me go ahead and get everything dialed in, and and a little bit clearer for you. But whenever I've done, I think just about each update, whenever I would first go out onto the water, the actual clarity that I would see, it would be blown out. It would be to the point where I'd be like, oh my goodness, is this the problem? Is this what everybody else is seeing? And I would go through and restore my defaults, go through and play with the settings and everything, and then maybe even reboot everything, turn everything on the boat off, the network off, turn my Perco switch off, and just reset everything, and then it would come back and be fine. So I've done that before. Another time, all I did was just continue using the unit throughout the day, and it just seemed like it cleared up on its own. Also try shallow water, try deep water. Go out to 30, 40, 50 feet of water and then start making some adjustments there and see if you can track your bait. So throw out something like a jig, maybe 10 feet away, 20 feet away, 30 feet away, and just see how far you can start tracking the baits. Just some small things that you guys might want to try out that can help you out on the water. And also, real quick, guys, if you could, please make sure you hit the like button. If you have not already hit the like button, let me just take a look and see how the likes are looking. Oh man, they're looking kind of famished. They're looking kind of hungry down there. So we have about 19 likes, have about 30 something people in here. Can we get about 5.5, 6 more likes? Let's see, because it really does help out the channel, guys. It really does help out the channel. Really, really appreciate that. All right. But yeah, so those are just some things that I would suggest that you try whenever you're out on the water. You know, it just something to see, you know, maybe you can find some solutions by just trying different water depths, because I have noticed that depending, whenever I'm shallower and I'm near hard bottom, I may get some feedback from my 360 or something like that, but it's just intermittent and it doesn't stay long. It just stays for a second, then it goes away. So that's been my experience. And I know a lot of people are experiencing different things, but that's just some suggestions that hopefully will help you guys out. And always feel free to come back to the live streams and put it, like if you find a solution to an issue that you're having, make sure you come back and share it with the guys, because like I said, what we're doing here is pretty much here to help everybody, whether you have Garmin, whether you have Lowrance, or you have Humminbird systems. We're all out there trying to make the best that we can when we're out on the water, enjoy our family, enjoy, you know, the outdoors, just be able to come back with a good experience. I mean, life is stressful enough, you know what I mean? So if we can help each other out and make sure that at the end of the day, whenever we're leaving the lake, we're not saying, yeah, man, you know, I was out there for 8 hours, I got half a bite, you know, and didn't catch anything. You know, what about when you hear the story when the guy's like, oh man, I caught 20 fish. And like Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing, I caught 2 10s and a 13 last week. So yeah, so I mean, getting the good news from the guys is always a good thing, guys. All right, so let's see what else we have going on here. Oh yeah, and once again, special shout out to Sly Doggy TN, the current sponsor of the live stream and the co-sponsor, Dottie Fishing, with the $4.99 super sticker. Shout out to you guys. Really, really appreciate it. All right, now let me just make sure I didn't lose my spot. Where were we at, guys? All right, so yeah, you guys are getting active in the comments. And like I said, it always makes for a better live stream whenever you guys are getting active in the comments. And if you see someone that's asking a question that that you may be able to help out with, feel free to hop in there. Like I said, this is interactive. We want to make sure that we all, you know, are getting active in the comments and having a good time with it. All right, and let's see, where were we at? Did I get this? All right, Slide Doggy TN says, I'm the opposite from MoneyBass on clarity. I really like a clear image, and that's what I have loved about Humminbird. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not against having a clear image. I'm just saying, for me, sometimes I'm out there and I'm trying to get with it. I'm trying to get out there, get what I have to do, because for me, depending on what my goal is for that day, I may be trying to hit like 30 or 40 spots. So I may pull up to a spot, make 2 or 3 casts, and I'm packing up and leaving. So I don't really have time to sit and try to keep everything adjusted all the way dialed in like that. And sometimes it may be set up that way, and I go from spot to spot and everything stays looking good. But you know, sometimes when you get to different water clarity, as you know, pollen, different things like that could be trash in the water, meaning leaves, could be dirty water, whatever. Those your images kind of changes. So for me, I've just kind of learned to kind of look past that so that I can keep going. But yeah, I definitely agree. Everybody likes a clear image. So I agree with you on that. All right, Steve Ray says, is the crosstalk and interference an electronic update issue or a battery power issue? Let's see. So one of the things that I have noticed, depending on really the type of issue that guys have been bringing up, a lot of people do not read the instructions whenever they're doing their installs, guys. and you know who you are. You know you're not out there reading those instructions, not setting things up right. You're not using the right gauge wire, things like that. You'd be surprised, guys. So whenever you're listening to certain people saying, yeah, mine is doing this or doing that, and I'm not saying that people do not have legitimate issues, but you just have to kind of look and think about it. Not everybody's out there doing things the way they're supposed to, and they are not, happy with the outcomes whenever they try to take those shortcuts. But what I would say is that some of these issues are caused by the way that people have their system set up, the way that they have things ran. Maybe they didn't use the choke, they did use the choke. Just yeah, it's just kind of tough because each individual person knows how they had their system set up if they did it themselves, and so they kind of know if they did take a shortcut, or sometimes maybe they did not do the updates correctly, and it causes some type of issues. Specifically, one of the updates that I did today, because what I do, guys, is I kind of stagger my updates. If if I have two units that need the same update, I may just update one unit and then update the next one in maybe 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. But I will update the one that may need the update the most if it's relying on another piece of equipment, and that is the reason why I did the update. So that may be something that you want to try out too. But yeah, so I would say there's some different factors in there. So you kind of have to see what each person has kind of done, you know. So hope that helps. Hope that helps. All right. So Vernon Neal says that Dottie Fishing, wow, I have 3 Helix units, Mega 360 and Target Lock. Absolutely no issues. And so yeah, so let me see, 3 Helix units. Okay, I have 4 Helix units, Mega 360 and Target Lock. All right, so I have all 3 or all 4, or is that all 5? But yeah, so I have all of that too. And yeah, so I don't really have an issue with interference, but hopefully I'll be able to get out on the lake tomorrow and then I can, give you guys another update. All right, so Big Jim Fishing says info for everyone. Humminbird knows it's a software issue with Solix and Apex users. That is correct. So he has mentioned that. I talked with them personally while on the water. Humminbird is working on it and always working to improve. Special shout out to them. And guys, you never know when they come up with this fix for the Solus and Apex, they may hit us up with another update that, kind of pushes things up another level again. So, hey, special shout out for that. All right, Dottie Fishing says, Vernon, I hear a lot of Helix users have no issues, but there are some that do, like me. My display was darn near perfect before the update. And yeah, so I think you mentioned that you have 2 Mega Live transducers. Have you tried going back to the other one, or just try some different things like that just to try to eliminate maybe even if you have multiple units, disconnect one of the units and just add them back in one at a time. Just trying different things like that to try to isolate what could be causing that issue. And I know you're saying that things were fine before you did this change and now you're having an issue. But sometimes with these electronics, with boats, things moving around, you never know. There could be something that could have lost connection. 2 connections could be interfering. But yeah, it's just all part of that troubleshooting process. But my first thing that I would say is to eliminate everything and start adding things back to that network one at a time and see at what point that interference starts. And that may kind of narrow it down for you. All right. So Big Jim Fishing says Humminbird wants those with issues to call customer service to document and send trend data to engineers. All right. So yeah, working together as a team. Good deal. All right, so we have Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says some interference or fuzz doesn't bother me. The angler's best tool is their brains. I could use all 3 brands and catch fish. Look at Michael. He's out there. I mean, he's laying it down a little bit. He says my brain can process the information. Now, keep in mind, he's out there catching these 10 pounders and 13 pounders. So yeah, I think you're a little bit above average on that. All right, so Vernon Neal says I love clarity and can't deal with noise. My units are crystal clear. All right, good deal with that. All right, then Michael says that's good info, Big Jim. All right, then just talk about it. What's going on? She says, when is the best time to go fishing? When is the best time? So do you mean well, I guess there's 2 answers to that. So the best time, meaning the best day to go fishing, is I would say any one that ends in DAY. So any of the days of the week that ends in DAY, that is a great time to go fishing. And the time of day to go fishing, I would say any time of the day is a great time
Yes,
to go
sir.
fishing. But nah, seriously, generally people, depending on what you're doing, always want to get out there for that morning bite. But I mean, you can make it work if you go out there a little later in the day, depends on what your goal is. But if you want to go out there, try to catch some fish, come back for lunchtime or whatever, something like that, then yeah, you want to head out there a little earlier. So that way you can get that morning bite, depending on what you're fishing for. But yeah, so I would say the morning time is the time where a lot of guys like to get out there and go fishing. The early bird catches the worm. All right. All right. So Texas Noop says, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That is right, guys. Oh, yeah. So we're looking good on those likes. Really, really appreciate that, guys. All right. Yeah. Likes are looking good. Really, really appreciate it. All right. So yeah, guys, make sure you continue to get active down in the comments. So I'm still scrolling through here. And let me just see. So didn't really have too many notes or anything to go over for this session. Just wanted to kind of get back in touch with you guys during now that the tournament season has started. And yeah, the thing I'd asked earlier, has anybody been fishing any tournaments? Does anybody have anything coming up? I will be on Lake West Point on the 25th of this month. And then my next BFL tournament will be on Lake Oconee. And I can't remember the date of that tournament right offhand. Let me just pull it up real quick and see. And yeah, guys, if any of you are in those areas, definitely shoot me a message in the comments or something like that. Let me know, because it'd be nice. I've met a few of you out there at some of the weigh-ins, and that's always great. It's always great to meet subscribers and people that are tuning in and say, hey man, I watch your live streams. I mean, it's always fun to have a conversation with you guys. All right, and let's see. So that Oconee tournament that I will be in is on the 15th of next month. So that's when I will be at Lake Oconee. All right, and let's see, who else do we have in here? Let's see. Slide Doggy TN says, just talk about it. Let's see. How about 24/7? Okay, all right. So I think Slide Doggy TN kind of has the same idea as me. All right, then Jess. Okay, so she thinks that's kind of funny. Good deal, good deal. All right. Thank you to the sponsors. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Really, really appreciate people that contribute and sponsor the channel, and for everybody just coming each week and hopping into the live streams and getting active in the comments. Always makes for a good time. All right. So Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says, I ran 8 gauge tinned wiring for each unit. My bow units have a dedicated lithium battery. My battery is within 3 feet of my bow units. I have very clear images and no power issues. Man, I mean, yeah, with all those details you got, you shouldn't have problems with anything. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that your setup is nice. And what size fuses do you put in your system? Because I know that can kind of have something to do with clarity also. All right, then we have Ryan Potts. What is going on?
Yes, sir.
Special shout out to you. Thank you for checking into the live stream. Says they need to fix the surface glare reflection with 1.17. Let me see. They need to fix the surface glare reflection with 1.170, but has got worse with 1.200. Surface glare. Goodness, guys. I guess I need to pay a little more attention and see if I'm actually having some of these issues. But I can say that I did notice when I was fishing, I don't know, a few weeks ago, a month or so ago, when the sun was outshining bright and it seemed like it was just lined up perfectly with me, that I did notice some glare and stuff like that was showing up on the screen. So I kind of know what you're talking about with that. All right, Dottie Fishing says, I'm headed to Toledo Bend tomorrow for a week and plan to do a bunch of testing with the transducers. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, good deal with that. Really appreciate it. Uh-oh, guys, we got Delta Bass checking in. I'm old school. I still use almanac. Oh man, now that is old school. You use an almanac. Okay, all right. How's that working out for you? All right. Big Jim Fishing says, like you said, eliminate items to see what is causing interference. I did that on the water. I'm Solix, Mega Live, Mega 360, dedicated battery, and upgraded harness. I turned 360 off. My live is clear. All right. So there you go, guys. So that is a way to kind of get things going. Just kind of eliminate everything and then kind of add back to the system and see what is causing that problem. And then that may allow you to kind of tweak exactly what you need in order to get that that screen clarity that you want. All right. Jay Smalls says, what's the best side scan setup for a kayak? I do not run a kayak, but I know there's some people in here that do. So can anybody help Jay Smalls out with that? The best side imaging setup for a kayak. So, yeah, I mean, and I would kind of think that it's kind of the same thing. I mean, because as long as you're moving, and when you're moving a little bit faster, so on a kayak, if you're moving slow, that side imaging, the clarity may not be as good, but you can still, once you kind of get your eyes used to what you're seeing, then I can see how that can still work out for you. But yeah, if anybody can answer that question, any other kayakers in the live stream. All right, Vernon Neal says, Dottie Fishing, so you're a Texan. Oh yeah, we got some Texans in the house.
Sir.
We have some Texans checking in. All right, then we have Yeet, a signature hook set. What is going on? Glad to see you. Oh yeah, I met you on, let's see, I met you on West Point at the ramp. Hopefully to see you at Oconee. That is right. That is right. But I did not know that was you, because I remember when I first saw that name, I was like, yeet. I was like, I guess that is kind of the sound that you make when you set the hook. Maybe. But yeah, cool. Yeah, it was nice meeting you. All right, then we got Cajun Rod Fishing, BFL Saturday at Dale Hollow. Uh-oh, guy. Uh-oh. What you gonna do out there, Cajun Rob? I know you and Big Jim have been talking about, catching some fish out there. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll be waiting for the update. All right, Toyota Central, Smith Lake, Alabama, next Tuesday through Thursday. Oh yeah, Cajun Rob is out there doing it big. Cajun Rob is hitting the mainstream. All right, Dottie Fishing says, Vernon, let's see, Vernon, born in Dallas, live in the Houston area. All right, there we go. All right, Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says, okay, so he has a 20 amp fuse for each unit. Oh yeah, he's going big. He's letting all that clarity go through on that 20 amp. So yeah, I think that's a little above what the units are rated for, but they do have some leeway in there. So I don't know if you call customer service, if they will advise you to do that. But if you guys know any engineers that are working on these systems, they do leave some leeway in there. And when you up those fuse levels, it does allow, I guess they call it cleaner power to go through the system. But you don't want to put that too high, because you do not want to end up blowing out the components of the unit in the case where there is an issue with any of the electronics or a power surge or anything like that. All right, and then he says, I am running 14.7 volts too. Oh yeah, you have everything set up right. Well, I would say set up a lot better than a lot of people do, because you have your battery right up there next to the unit, and you have those fuses set up there, and 8-gauge wire. Oh yeah. So I know you're getting it done. Vernon Neal says, just south of Fort Worth. All right. Then we have Edward Ragsdale Fishing checking in. Special shout out to you. Really appreciate you checking into the live stream. All right. Then we have John Polly says, good job. Love you. The show from Bama. Oh yeah. I head out to Alabama every once in a while. I hit a few of those lakes out there. All right. Special shout out to you. All right. And says, Edward Ragsdale Fishing says, BFL this Saturday for me on Hartwell. Oh man. On Hartwell. Man, I kind of like Hartwell. Maybe I should have went out there and did that one too. I forgot all about that. But I'm sticking with the Bulldog division right now. So do you fish multiple divisions, or are you just fishing that one? And also the other thing that I like to find out from guys that are fishing the BFL, since that's kind of what I'm getting into now. What is your goal whenever you're fishing the BFLs? Are you fishing to win an individual tournament, or are you trying to qualify for regionals? Or are you trying to go to All-American? Like, what is the goal that you're looking to achieve whenever you're fishing the BFLs? Uh-oh, guys, look who we have checking in. Infinite Bassin. What is going on? You guys make sure you check out Infinite Bassing on YouTube. All right, over there in California, land of the big fish. Clear Lake, California canceled for the weekend due to flooding. I don't think flooding would affect the fish. I mean, they stay in the water anyway. Yeah, but man, I mean, sometimes they have to do what they have to do, man. Yeah, man. Hate canceled tournaments though. All right, then Dottie Fishing says, Vernon Neal, I lived in the Panhandle to East Texas, been in Houston for over 20 years. All right, so it sounds like we have some people out there that might be fishing some tournaments linking up on the lake right there. All right, good deal. Then Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says, best side imaging for kayak Garmin 93 SV works great from 1/2 mile an hour to 3 miles an hour. All right, so there you go. Hope that helps you out. Then we have Edward Ragsdale Fishing says yes. I can't remember the question that I had asked. All right. And says South Carolina and Savannah trying to win every time and make it as far as possible. Okay. Okay. So I like that. I like that. Trying to win every time and make it as far as possible. I fished Lanier last for the Bulldog Super. I was there too. But I don't really want to talk about the results that I had at that time, but hey, yeah, it would have been nice to meet you. So yeah, so you fished Lake Lanier. That was cool. So you said you're out there trying to win every tournament that you go into. And I mean, for me, I kind of look at it for me is going in stages. I'm not really out there looking to be like straight off the bat coming in first place or being in the top 5 or something like that. I think like overall, I may be able to make it in the top 20 or something like that. I'm currently sitting in 40th place overall after the first 2 tournaments. So I'm thinking after Oconee, my guess is that I'm trying to make it into the 30s in the 30s at the next one, and work my way down somewhere in the top 20. That's my goal. But we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I kind of like that. You're out there swinging for the fences for each one. See, when I get out there and swing for the fences, I think I might swing and the bat flies out my hand and I might zero. So I'm out there trying to just trying to ease my way into it. All right, then we have Michael with High Tech Redneck Fishing says, good luck on Hartwell. I couldn't find the fish shallow or deep. I fished Twin Lakes all the way up 12 mile. Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah, Hartwell can be tough. And actually, did you watch the live stream with Spencer, the winner of the last BFL? I think that was the last one. But yeah, so he was out there doing his thing. He was using live imaging. So of the people that I've interviewed so far, guys, 2 of the 3 were catching their fish without using live imaging. But on Hartwell, he was chasing those bait fish and those suspended fish, and I believe catching those with a swim bait. But go back and just go to my channel and watch that live stream, because they dropped some information in there, guys. They're putting some of the juice in there for you. So, and also, if anybody knows anybody that is fishing BFLs, and just have them reach out to me if they're winning the BFL, if they're a winner, co-angler or angler. And what I'm putting together for you guys, I was going to do it this week, but I'm thinking I'll probably do it next week, is I'm going to have a co-angler edition for people that are like, hey, what do I do whenever I'm on the boat with someone and they're hitting the bank, throwing a crankbait and they're moving? How do I fish that? Or they're offshore with this live imaging and they're out in 30, 40 feet of water. What do I do? I mean, I don't feel I have a chance, but you do have a chance. There's some things that you can do, because there's some people out there making it happen. So I'm going to try to get some of those people on the live stream and have them give you guys some techniques, some tactics, some lures, some things that you can do to make things happen whenever you're out there on the water. All right. Then we have Edward Ragsdale Fishing. Let me see. Says for the year. Okay. And yeah, man, when I'm asking these questions, I'm moving. I don't remember what I'd asked, but he says year. All right. John Polly, what is going on? Special shout out with the $4.99 super sticker. All right. So what we have right now, guys, let me just show you a little something. What we have is a tie for the co-sponsor of the live stream. So we have John Polly with the $4.99 super sticker, but we also have Dottie Fishing that has been getting very active in the chat with the $4.99 super sticker. So guys, what I'm going to do is, because I mean Slide Doggy TN Sly has the has the main sponsorship of the live stream right now. So right now what we're talking about are co-sponsors.
Yes, sir.
We're looking at co-sponsors. So right now, since we have a tie, and I think this is the first time we've had a tie, guys. So what I'll do is go ahead and add a second co-sponsor. How about we do that one? How about we do that? So co-sponsor, we have Dottie Fishing, and we have, let me just hop back down here real quick. Where'd we go? Hold on, guys. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Just have to do a little work. Sometimes I have to do just a little bit of work out here. So we have John Polly. So what I do, guys, is I go into that banner that you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Slide Doggy TN, and the co-sponsor, Dottie Fishing. But what we are going to do right now is add co-sponsors. Put an S on there, and we will add John Polly. All right. Generally, guys, we have one sponsor of the live stream, but we've just had some special circumstances that have been going on lately. So yeah, so just have to kind of wing it sometimes. So let's see. So we got John Polly. All right. So right now, $4.99. That super sticker. Special shout out. And let me just update this real quick. And if you take a look down at the bottom, you will see that the banner now says, special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Slide Doggy TN. And I don't know if anybody is just tuning in, but Slide Doggy TN sent out a target lock system. I mean, I just don't even know what to say to that. Besides, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. So the co-sponsors of the live stream are, let's see, where's the banner at? All right, special thank you so much to Slide Doggy TN, the main sponsor of the live stream. And the co-sponsors of tonight's live stream are Dottie Fishing and John Polly, both who hit me up with the $4.99 super sticker. Really, really appreciate the strong support from you guys of the channel. Everything that you guys are putting into the channel, I'm putting it right back into the channel too. It goes towards tournament fees, gas, equipment. The next thing that I'm going to be picking up is another 5-port hub, guys. The equipment that I have on my boat right now, I have used all of the ports. So one of my units is actually not on the network right now. So that is where we are at. All right. So special shout out to John Polly. Really, really appreciate that. All right. Infinite Bassin says water is coming up quick, so the ramps are starting to flood. Oh yeah. You don't want to drive your boat down the street just to get to the lake to go out there and fish. So I feel you on that one. So yeah, I see what they're talking about. And yeah, I mean, safety first, definitely. All right. Then we have Yeek, a signature hook set. Every time I see that name, Yeek, I just imagine that sound when you're setting the hook. All right, it says, I'm fishing for points. Okay, so there we go. So that is one of the questions that I asked you guys. What is your goal whenever you're fishing these tournament trails? I know you guys are out there trying to get a check or at each tournament. But for BFLs, I've kind of heard that people have different reasons behind it. They may be just trying to go to regional. They may be trying to go to All-American. They may be trying to step up the ladder. So an individual check isn't necessarily what they're fishing for. All right. So Yeek, a signature hook set, says, I'm fishing for points. Let's see. I'm fishing for points, hopefully to make the regionals. If not, taking everything I learned and try duplicating it in local tournaments. All right, so there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, so to me, I think that is a good goal to have. Wait a minute. What just happened, guys? Guys, we have one of the big dogs stepping into the live stream. We have Mako Mills. Mako Mills said, hey guys, hey, hold on. Let me kind of clear this up a little bit. I am going to be the sponsor of the live stream. Mako Mills stepping in strong with the $10 super chat. What's going on, Mako? Glad to see you in the live stream. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. Always, always a strong contributor and always getting active in the comment section. Really appreciate you tuning in. All right, so now let's change things up a little bit. We're almost getting back to normal with the sponsor setup, but I mean Slide Doggy TN. And actually, for people that are just tuning in, I'm gonna pull up a clip just so you guys know exactly what we're referring to. But for right now, let me put some respect on Mako Mills' name and add him in here as the current co-sponsor. All right, hold on one second. All right, so let me update that. And if you take a look at the bottom of the screen, you will see special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Slide Doggy TN, and the co-sponsor, Mako Mills. Now, let me just pull something up and show you guys why Slide Doggy TN is the current sponsor. And look at Mako. Mako says, let's go, money. Oh, yeah, we got the money team in the house, always stepping in strong. All right, so let me just pull something up real quick, just so I can show you guys that may be just tuning in. All right, let me just get this up here. Check this out. Just out here in the lab getting ready for my next tournament that will take place on Lake Oconee. But I had to give a special shout out to the money team. One of my subscribers has sent me a Mega Live target lock system. All right, guys, gotta love that. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Tuesday so we can talk about it. You won't believe what I'm about to show you guys. I'm just out here in the lab getting ready for my next tournament that will take place on Lake Oconee. But I had to give a special shout out to the money team. One of my subscribers has sent me a Mega Live target lock system. All right, guys, gotta love that. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Tuesday so we can talk about it. All right, there you go, guys. So that is why Slide Doggy TN is the main sponsor of this live stream right there. Whoo, man, big gesture. Really appreciate the support of the channel. All right, and let's see where were we at in the chat. Hold on, just bear with me, guys. All right, so we have Jay Smalls checking in. Says Michael with high tech. Thanks, brother. I'm going to check it out. MoneyBass, thanks, bro. The show is awesome. Here we go. Really appreciate that. All right, so Edward Ragsdale Fishing says I finished 29th as a co, so I could get used to the lake. Let me see. I finished 29th as a co, so I could get used to the lake. Okay, so are you fishing on the co-angler side or the boater side for this weekend coming up? All right. And okay. So you said I'm 70th in Savannah, but I'm going big each time. Oh, yeah. So I see you. I see what the plan is. I kind of see what the plan is right there. All right. And then again, special shout out to Mako Mills with the $10 super chat. Really appreciate that. All right. Let's see where we are at, guys. All right. And Vernon Neal said, let me see, at Michael with Red Tech with High Tech Redneck Fishing. I guess I need to stop saying the whole name, huh? All right, so he says, be careful any bigger fuses. Be careful any bigger fuses than required. Oh yeah, so that's definitely something you guys want to keep in mind whenever you go outside of the guidelines, but you just have to make sure you know what you're doing on that. So I know that the fuse recommendation is not at the highest tolerance level, but I mean, it's a recommendation for a reason. All right, then Mako Mill says, where's Jason? Uh-oh, he's not in here looking for Jason. Actually, I haven't seen Jason. Jason isn't in here this time. All right, then Vernon Neal says adding. Okay, for adding higher fuses. All right, Mako Mill says, love the show, always full of knowledge. Oh yeah, man. We try to get in here, mix it up a little bit so that we can come back and share some successes out there on the water. So that's what we're all about here. All right, then Vernon Neal says at Mako Mills, only another 150. Let me see, only another 150 more. $10 will add up to the Slide Doggy TN. Oh yeah, he came in big with that one. Really appreciate it. All right, then Cool C says trying to make it to the All-American. All right. And I know you're out there on the co-angler side. So yeah, so that's the thing. So you're not necessarily trying to win the individual tournaments, but it would be nice because then you automatically qualify. But yeah, I see what you're saying. So you're looking for that all-American. Yeah. So for me right now, the only goal that I have set is to be in the top 45. And so right now I'm in the 40. I'm in 40th position. So I might have to kind of tweak it a little bit based on where I'm at. So we'll see. We'll see. Mako Mill says, 150. Let me see. Only 150 game time. Uh-oh. Don't get Mako started. All right. Let's see where we are at, guys. Let's see where we are at. All right. So yeah, so I mean, the things that we have talked about for people that are just tuning in, we went over how I approach my tournament practice day, and um specifically for somebody just interrupted me. Who is this trying to interrupt me? What is oh, we have Darren Pearson. Darren Pearson stepping in and saying, hold up, swole up. You are coming in here interrupting the live stream, Mako, and I'm not having it. So let me step it up and put 11 on it. Darren Pearson came in with the $11 super chat. So let me go ahead and put in a little work because Darren Pearson says, hey man, that co-sponsor spot is what I've been looking for. So let me go ahead and add this in here real quick and update this. Just bear with me, guys. Darren Pearson. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so now if you take a look at the bottom of the screen, like I say each week, guys, whoever contributes the largest super chat, super sticker during the live stream is the sponsor of the live stream. But we kind of had to tweak that out a little bit because Slide Doggy TN came in extra strong with the target lock. Oh man, now that is strong. That's big muscle strong right there. But DP said, hey man, that co-sponsor spot is mine. So if you take a look down at the bottom of the screen, special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Slide Doggy TN, and the co-sponsor, Darren Pearson. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys always stepping in and supporting the channel and just showing up each week and getting active in the comments. The live streams always feed off the comments, guys. Anybody that's in here looking to get better on the water, get information, maybe you're just having issues with your electronics or just want to get them dialed in a little better. We're all here to help each other out. So like I said, that is the goal of the station, of the live streams of this channel, guys. All right, then we have, let's see, Slide Doggy TN says the recommended fuse, let me see, the recommended fuse recommendation is typically about double of the max amp draw for the unit. All right, and let's see. Going higher is risking frying components. Right. So that is kind of what we're saying. Anytime that you are upping and going outside of what is listed on there, there are some tolerances. They don't give you the highest tolerance level, but you kind of need to know where that tolerance level is at. You will get cleaner and what they call cleaner power, but you just have to be careful. You have to be very careful. All right, so let's see. What else do we have here? Again, special shout out to Darren Pearson stepping in, sliding in with the $11 super chat. All right, really appreciate that. All right, Vernon Neal says that Slide Doggy TN exactly. Bigger fuse doesn't mean more power to the units. Right. So from my understanding, the way that it was explained to me, by upping the fuses, you get cleaner power. It allows more cleaner power to pass through. I have not researched that and looked into exactly what that means, but the engineers that kind of work on the systems, or if you know somebody that is in the electronics game, they may be able to explain that a little bit in more detail to you. But I've heard people upping their fuses and like someone was saying, kind of getting more voltage into the units, because the units themselves, even though we're generally pushing 12 volts, they do have a higher tolerance level. And people say at those higher voltages, it does help with their screen clarity also. So those are just some things to think about and kind of look into. I would look into it. before you just jump in, because I would say the people that are doing it, they have probably researched it a little bit and have a little bit more inside information. All right. And let's see. So Edward Ragsdale Fishing says he's fishing as a boater. Good deal. Good deal with that, man. But yeah, so yeah, fishing these BFLs is kind of fun. Um, yeah, I kind of like Lake Hartwell. I'm yeah, I'm gonna stick to the Bulldog division right now. Maybe I'll do something else a little different. But again, like I told you guys, I do have a tournament coming up on the 25th on Lake West Point, so I will be out there again. All right, Vernon Neal. Look at Vernon Neal trying to instigate something.
Sir.
He says Mako Mills not 150, not 150. That target lock is $14.99. 10 times 150 equals 1,500. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that target lock isn't. That's not for play. That's not for play. That target lock is the real deal. All right, then Darren Pearson says, "Congratulations on the target lock. I hope you can use it very well." Oh, definitely. Definite shout out to Slide Doggy TN. Can't say enough. Really appreciate that. And that is really the goal of that system. So of course I've already made some footage of the installation and stuff like that. So I will be coming back, just showing you guys how I have it set up. And just right offhand, check this out, guys. I know everybody out here saying I have a 36-volt lithium. I have 2 super ionic batteries. I have 4 AGMs. I have all these things. Listen, right now I'm running 3 12-volt lead acid batteries for my Ultrex trolling motor, and I have 1 AGM. It's an Interstate 31M AGM battery. That is what I'm running everything else off of that one battery. So up until I just added that target lock today, up until this point, the things that I've been telling you guys, I've been running off of that one battery for the past 3 years. Is Well, actually, for the past 3 years, I've been running my Mega Live. I have a 12-inch Helix side imaging unit, a 10-inch Helix side imaging unit, a 10-inch, I think it's a DI, and a 9-inch DI. So I have 4 units, 4 graphs, Mega 360, Mega Live, and now I've added my target lock. So my live wells and everything run off of that one battery. So I have not had issues yet with that. So I'm kind of getting a little nervous because everybody else is out here running 5, 6 batteries and 7 batteries, and I'm running 1, and I haven't had any issues. And in the event that I do, I have a Perkle switch. I just turn that Perkle switch and it draws extra power from one of my trolling motor batteries. So that's how I've been running it. And everything's been working out. So I will keep you guys updated on that. So I got to get out here and put in some work with that target lock, and I will be coming back with some updates for you guys too. And speaking of that, I'm just thinking about how people are having these batteries and having the all these special things to get their image clear. So as you guys go back and watch my live imaging, my sonar, my side scan, all of my videos where I'm showing you guys how I'm scanning these lakes and everything, keep in mind, I'm running them off of that one battery. That one battery is all the way in the back of the boat in the regular compartment where they typically are. So that wiring is run all the way up to the front of the boat, and I'm getting the clarity that I've been getting. So just something to keep in mind. And I don't think I've done anything special with the setup of my boat. And you can search MoneyBass installation, and there may be 2 or 3 installation videos of installing my units, installing the Mega Live system, that may be able to give you guys some insight as to how I have things set up. All right, then we have Mako Mills stepping back in. Mako Mills. All right, Mako Mills said, you got me, DP. He says, nice, DP, but I'm not sure if you want to go in deep water. Deep water, DP. Make sure you have your life jacket on. Let's go, boys. DP. I don't know if you want to mess with Mako. All right, so we have Edward Ragsdale Fishing says the 29th as a co-angler on Lanier Super. I only did it that one time because I had never been there before. Gotcha. Yeah, so really that was the first one that I had fished too on that lake, even though I fished the lake a lot, but that was my first BFL. Should not have used that as my first one, but I wasn't really experienced with the BFL format as far as like that was a 2-day where all the rest of them were ones. So now that I know, I can make my plans just a little bit different. All right, so Delta Bass says these units are way too expensive to play with them. I stick to factory fuse ratings when I upgraded my wiring to all of my units. Oh yeah, they will knock a hole in your pocket. So yeah, you don't want to play around with them too much. So you definitely have to know what you're doing. All right, Vernon Neal says I'm an electronic electrical technicians. Fuses are protection devices. I definitely agree. I mean, that's what I have my associate. Yeah, I have an associate's in electronics. So no, just a little bit, little something about some electronics. So yeah, but I know that they do not, whatever that tolerance level is, the fuse setting the fuse level that they recommend is not the peak tolerance level. So there is a little play in that, but where that stops and ends, yeah. I mean, you got to be careful with it. All right, then we have Michael with so we have Mike, aka 1010, says my unit draw 10 amps per hour total. This is Garmin 93 SV plus livescope. Solix 12 with Mega 360. Double the current draw is within normal tolerance. So that's what I'm saying, guys. There's some guys out there that are getting these specs. They're pulling out a calculator and they're doing some specs. They're getting they're testing everything and checking everything out. All right, so we have Yeek checking in, says I was in 100th place after fishing Lake Lanier. Finished 13th on West Point with 810. Oh yeah. So I know you had a major move. Move me up to 30th place in points as co-angler. Oh yeah, so you're making moves. I'm just hoping to catch 5 every tournament. That's the deal right there, to make those regionals. That is where you want to be. All right, then we have Delta Bass says I sacrificed getting a 4th unit and went to lithium to power all my electronics and AT. What's AT? All right, so you upgraded to lithium. I know that's something that a lot of people are doing. I'm not quite ready to make that jump yet. I did mention on one of the previous live streams. Let me just take a look real quick. Hold on, because I can't remember. It was aluminum graphene or something like that. Yeah, aluminum graphene battery. So you guys might want to look into that. Aluminum graphene. What is aluminum graphene? This battery uses graphene and aluminum as electrode materials and is generally referred to as graphene aluminum batteries. The battery has an inner energy. Okay, it kind of gets kind of technical, but I know there's some technology that they're working on right now, guys, that they're saying is going to blow lithium away. So it will make lithium obsolete. So just look into aluminum graphene. So maybe some of you guys are kind of more into that kind of stuff, can do some research and come back and let us know. I mean, but that's the word on the street that I hear, is that aluminum graphene is going to be the next big thing. All right, so hopefully that is some information that will help some of you guys out. All right, guys, let's see. We've been rolling. We've been rolling for about 2 hours, guys. So what I want to do is give another special shout out to you guys. Really appreciate everybody that comes along each week and supports the channel. Special shout out to, let me see. Let me just go down the line and see who we had stepping in tonight. So we had John Polly stepping in with the $4.99. Hit me with the $4.99 super sticker. Really appreciate that. Seems like I'm forgetting. Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure. Oh, there we go. We had Dottie Fishing. Dottie Fishing stepping in with the $4.99 super chat. Really appreciate that. And then we had somebody that came and kind of consolidated the co-sponsor seat for the evening, and that was Mako Mills. Oh yeah. Mako Mills said, hey, hold up. Let me just hit you with the 10. Let me hit you with the 10. But DP, he said, no, man, I think I want to take that chair. So he hit me with the $11 super chat and took that spot. So really appreciate that. Really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And also, anybody that is interested in becoming a member of the Money Team, please make sure you hit the link in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat, and it's also in the description. And basically all that is a way to continually support the channel. You get a badge next to your name, and it just makes you stand out during the chats. And anytime we have sponsors or anything like that, I try to do something special for the money team whenever I can to help you guys out. All right, and hold on just a second. Let me just check something real quick just to see where we're at. All right, and we have Facebook rolling also. So special shout out to the Facebook crew. Really, really appreciate you guys tuning in each week and getting active in the comments. And actually, hold on just a second. I knew I forgot to do something. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so now that is live and active over on Facebook also, guys. So we are continually growing and getting bigger. Like I said, I really, really appreciate everybody that comes out and supports the live streams. We are currently at almost 5,600 subscribers, guys. Can you believe it? Man, we're moving. And I try to drop content every day for you guys. So whether it's a short or I do some type of video updating you on something, some piece of equipment, fishing techniques, just different things like that. So I always try to stay active on the channel, guys. So please make sure you share the videos and let people know about the channel so we can continue to grow. As the channel grows, I will be able to give more feedback, more perks, more things to you guys. So that is where we are looking to do, guys. We're looking to get bigger, bring more things in, so that way I'll have more that I can share and push out to you guys. All right, then we have Vernon Neal says, my point is adding bigger fuses than required doesn't allow more power to your units. Just trying to help you guys from a costly mistake in case of a short circuit. Right. Okay. And so have you heard of anybody say cleaner power or more clean power? So it's not as restricted. And I don't know if that's from the, what is that, ohms or something like that, that when you allow that more power to go through, that it actually boosts up and gives more clarity. Because the way that it's being explained is for people, when people are increasing those fuses and allowing more power to go through, it does boost up the clarity on the screens. So I've heard that about Garmin. I've heard that about Humminbird. I'm pretty sure the same thing about Lowrance. So from your experience, the electrician side of things, have you heard of the fuses, higher fuses allowing more clean power to go through? And I don't know exactly what they meant by that, like I said, but that is the term that I've heard used. Okay, there we go. Might have a little bit of clarity. So Michael, aka 1010, says it doesn't give more power. It lets the unit draw more amps. Yeah, I said so yeah, more amps without taking from other units. All right, so there we what just oh my goodness, guys. Wait a minute. Is this some type of typo? A $100 super chat. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Darren Pearson.
Yes, sir.
Has hit the channel with a $100 super chat. Guys, this is the biggest super chat that the channel has ever received. Have to hit the brakes on this one, guys. $100, Darren Pearson. Wow. Wow is all I can say. My goodness. Like I say each week, whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker is the sponsor of the live stream. We definitely have a co-main, I don't even know what to call this, DP. Definitely appreciate the support of the channel. Guys, when I started this channel, I just saw it as a way for me to kind of enjoy fishing in another way by sharing information, sharing experiences, and I don't know, just building a community of people that we could get together each week and just continue to grow and watch people as they proceed through their journey in fishing. So some of us, we're just out there, for fun fishing. We're out enjoying the outdoors with family, with friends. Some of us, want a little bit more of that competition side. So we're on the tournament side. But in the end, to me, we're all kind of together in making sure that we are just enjoying the outdoors to the best we can, especially while we can, because there are a lot of people. I've had subscribers that have come and gone and that I've reached out to that are not able to enjoy fishing the way that we do. And in the video that I played a little earlier, you guys noticed that I did mention that I hold those fish up and just kind of put them across the screen and show that close up for the guys that are not able to go out there and fish right now, but they can remember those sights, those smells, those sounds, all of that kind of stuff. I'm thinking about that when I'm making these videos for you guys in a lot of cases. And to just see the appreciation and feedback that I'm getting. I mean, Slide Doggy TN just sent a target lock system, guys.
Yes, sir.
A target lock system. Darren Pearson, just $100 super chat. How often do you just have somebody walk up to you on the street and give you $1 or give you $5 or $10 or $100? It does not happen. So, I mean, just for me to receive this type of feedback that I'm getting from you guys, it just kind of lets me know, in a sense, that in some way I'm doing something that is providing value for you guys. Ah, okay, hold on. Did I change? Okay, I already changed. This is throwing me off. I didn't even realize I had already changed the banner, guys. So if you take a look at the bottom of the screen, the banner that is scrolling by is giving a shout out to two people that have done something that has not been done on this channel before. It says, thank you to the Cash App crew, but also it says a special thank you so much to the sponsors. I'm putting sponsors of the stream. Slide Doggy TN with the target lock, which is going to, the way that I see it, going to contribute something to all of us on this channel, because I'm definitely going to bring that information back and feed that to you guys. And the co-sponsor, Darren Pearson. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. With a $100 super chat. Darren Pearson, I really, really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Okay. All right. Let me try to hop back in here because, like I said, I want to continue going through and just trying to get to everybody's comments, questions, because I think that we're talking about some topics that can definitely help a lot of people. And this thing about these fuses, it can save some people some money, because they're, even though Michael, aka 1010, it looks like he knows what he's talking about. So I don't think he just went and done the things that he did without knowledge going into it. But there are some people who don't know and may put the wrong fuses in there, and next thing they know, it's fried. They're calling customer service and they're like, we can't do nothing for you with that one because you went outside that tolerance level on that unit. Whenever they do whenever they get it in and do the inspection and repair on the unit, sometimes they can tell, what may have caused it. But yeah, definite big shout out to DP. All right, let's see. Let me see. Let me get my bearings back straight and let's see where we were at. Let me just pull this one back up again. So my point is, adding bigger fuses than required doesn't allow more power to your units, just trying to help you guys from a costly mistake. So that is what we were talking about. All right, Vernon Neal says cleaner power is in your wiring size and not the fuse size. Okay, so man, you guys have been moving. All right, so this is my question regarding that. So let's say you have 8-gauge wire, which is a pretty thick wiring, and you have a smaller point in that wiring, which will be the fuse. And let's say it goes from 8-gauge wiring to a 5-amp fuse, and then back to that 8-gauge wiring. Does that restrict the flow or the amperage that is going through to the other side in some type of way whenever you drop down in fuse size like that? So that's the question. Goodness, thank you so much, DP. All right, Mako Mills. Mako Mills was not expecting this one. He says, wait, DP, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Dude, what are you doing? You have to put gas in your boat. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, Mako Mills. He said, don't call me out like that. Don't call me out. Oh, my goodness. Mako Mills says, just keep tuning in, buddy. Let's go, boys. All right, there we go. Uh-oh. Edward Ragsdale Fishing says DP means deep pockets. Uh-oh, DP.
Yes, sir.
All right. So they're gonna start calling DP deep pockets. Vernon Neal says at Mako Mills, DP just went into deep water. Uh-oh. Oh no. I don't think he's referring to. Let's see. Did somebody mention something about some deep water? Let's see where we were at. Oh, he did. He said, nice, DP, but I'm not sure if you want to go into deep water. Oh, deep water, DP, make sure you have your life jacket on. Oh, my goodness. Let's go, boys. Okay. I see you, Mako. So, yeah, DP said, I know how to swim, man. I have my life jacket and everything. All right. So, yeah, so you guys are having a good time in the comments. That is great. All right, so Darren Pearson, he says, come on, make old meals. Oh, come on, DP. Let's see what you get. DP, man, I salute you, man. Way to go, brother. Okay, I think Mako says, hey, man, I salute you. I'm bowing out on that one. All right, so Darren Pearson says, it's okay, match me. What is happening? What is happening here? All right, so Michael, aka 1010, says that is correct, Vernon. The gauge of wiring has less or more resistance for voltage. The 8-gauge wire is the biggest way for cleaner power. So so I've heard that term before, for cleaner power. So this is a good topic, guys, because that's what a lot of people are wanting. What you're hearing Michael, aka 1010, talk about is that he has clear imaging on his, and if I'm not mistaken, you do have some YouTube videos, right? Michael, aka 1010. Drop your what's your, I think that's your YouTube channel too, right? So, and I think you have footage showing the clarity that you're getting on your units. But like I said, guys, this is a discussion. This isn't for everybody to just go out there and run and start adding in these higher fuses, because you do not want to go and blow your units or something like that and then have them not be covered. So you definitely don't want that. So we're kind of getting into a topic that you guys want to make sure that you research. So we're kind of talking about it. So Michael, aka 1010, looks like he knows a little something. And Vernon Neal, he is an electrician. He's in that business, so he knows a little something too. So we're just trying to get some information to kind of mix it up a little bit and see where it takes us. All right. Then Edward Ragsdale Fisher says, you are awesome, man. Really, really appreciate that. Appreciate it. All right. Mako Mills. He says, oh, now you want to battle. Did you get paid today, man? All right. All right. So Michael, aka 1010, says a manufacturer doesn't account for 2 head units, live scope, box, and Mega 360. Interesting. All right. Darren Pearson says, I want to rematch old school versus new school. Okay. All right. All right. Vernon Neal says, at Michael, adding a bigger fuse is only asking for trouble. Okay. Cowboy Jack, what's going on, Cowboy Jack? Haven't seen you in a minute. Says, doesn't all that power still have to run through the Humminbird power cord? Yeah, so that is what they're talking about. So even after it goes all the way through the 8-gauge wire, eventually it's going to get to that to the cable for that unit and go up to that unit. So I think that's what you're referring to. And what's the power cord size? Like 8 gauge? I'm not sure. I don't think it's 8 gauge for the units themselves. Just thinking about it. I wonder if it's even 10 gauge. I'm not sure right offhand. All right. So okay. So Michael, aka 1010, says yes. So maybe he is saying that it is I don't think it's 8 gauge though, guys. All right. And then let me see. Michael says I can track fish in 3 feet of water. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I can track fish real shallow too with mine. And I told you guys my setup. I'm running 1 battery. So, and I need to actually get to get used to looking at the voltage on my screens and just tracking my voltage and see how it looks throughout the day. Because I know a lot of guys are talking about pushing 16 volts, 18 volts, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure where my voltage level is at whenever I'm out on the water. So I do need to start taking a look at that. All right. So Vernon Neal says no restriction in amperage. The amperage is only what's required by the load or component that's being powered. All right. All right, good deal with that. All right, then we have Michael, aka 1010, says, I work for Eaton Power Division. I'm very advanced with building electronic switchgear. Don't do this unless qualified. Oh, yeah. That is exactly right, guys. And that is what I'm telling you guys. So, yeah, we're having a discussion about it. And we have 2 people here that are very knowledgeable with electronics. So I wouldn't say for everybody to just hop out here and start messing around with fuse levels and trying to change things other than what is in the manual itself. But yeah, it is an interesting conversation because we do hear a lot of people talking about they want that cleaner power. They're trying to up their amperage and things like that. So I mean, the voltage that's going to the units. So yeah, so good deal with that. Man, it looks like things have got kind of quiet. I wonder if, oh, did this quiet things down a little bit? DP came in and shut it down. Oh my goodness. Special shout out to DP. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. Man. Now, when those $5 super chats come in, I mean, I'm thinking about how far that goes. I mean, in buying equipment and just entry fee, just all of that stuff, guys. That allows me to keep going and bringing back more to the channel. And to see something like this, it's like, wow, the value that from his point of view that he's receiving from this channel. I mean, it's just, wow, I just don't know what to say. But I mean, I really, really do appreciate the support of the channel, guys, so much. All right, let's see what else we had. So, okay, so Cowboy Jack is hopping in. More like 18 gauge power cord. Point is, Humminbird ships a 16 to 18 gauge 3-foot cord. What is 8 gauge straight to the small? What is 8 gauge straight to a small wire? All right, so let's see. So Cowboy Jack says, I believe you are right on 18 gauge from the factory harness. So exactly. So that's what I was like, yeah, I don't even think it's 10 gauge wire on the units themselves. So eventually, even if you're running 8, you're getting that higher, I guess, cleaner power all the way up to that panel box or wherever that 8 gauge goes to. So that's my thoughts on that. All right, and let's see. So we have Mako Mills. Mako Mills is still in here. He says, small to a giant. Just wait until Jason and I bring the house down for MoneyBass. Let's go. Oh, okay. So yeah, so maybe Jason will be back next week. But you guys know sometimes I do a Wednesday or Thursday live stream also. So it really just depends on if you guys hit me up with any topics or anything that you want to discuss. And one of the reasons why I do certain live streams like this one, talking about strategies and things like that on the lake, is I know guys are preparing for tournaments that are coming up. So whenever I do these live streams on, say, a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and we talk about certain things, you can actually go out there and apply those on that Friday or that Thursday prior to your tournament, and maybe it will help you out with some getting some better results out on the lake. And of course, I always want you guys to come back and let me know how you did. So we know that Edward Ragsdale Fishing is going to be fishing Hartwell this Saturday. Now, we also know that tournaments don't always go as planned, so we don't always have good news. But guys, we can come back and share those bad tournaments too. So, I mean, you guys know I was talking about one or two of mine, maybe just one, but I come back and let you guys know too. So that way, there's always something you can learn, even whenever you feel that the tournament did not go the way that you want, that the way that you wanted it to. So you can just take that information and let it help you get better for the next tournament. All right. Shout out to the Facebook crew. I see you guys over there getting active. Really, really appreciate it. All right. And let's see who else we have hopping in here. All right, so Sly Doggy TN, the sponsor of the live stream, says the purpose of the fuse is to prevent a power spike or short from frying the unit. That is correct. Going much above the recommendation is risky. Right. So we all are agreeing with that. I guess the thing that we're kind of discussing within those limitations, if something is rated for a 5 amp fuse, I don't think that is the maximum that component can actually take before it fries it. I'm pretty sure they're leaving some type of tolerance or some type of leeway in there. But who knows what that is the question. All right, so Darren Pearson says, "Why you need help? Come on, man. You cut me you cut me out before." Oh, so he remembers. DP was like, "No, I was gonna sponsor one before, but you came in and knocked me out. So I'm back for some revenge." All right, good deal with that. All right, then we have Michael with Red Tech, with High Tech Redneck Fishing, aka 1010, says the shorter the distance from the battery, the cleaner the power. The factory wiring harness is acting as a resistor. Yeah, I kind of like this one. So the reason why I like this is because we're having, goodness, well, how do you word it? So it's kind of a debate, but it's a good debate because we're actually learning something. And it's something that we can all go back and research to see what may be best for us. Because if you find out that, hey, there is a way you can kind of increase that voltage that's going to the unit, because they aren't giving you the maximum rating for it. They're actually putting it in there and giving you some, just some leeway in that. All right, let's see. All right, so we have Vernon Neal. He's stepping back in. He says, "I work for Union Pacific Railroad. I'm a locomotive electrical technician." We got some guys out here doing it big. A locomotive electrical technician. All right. He says, "Highly advanced electrical circuits. Just trying to help." Hey, guys, it's all helping. It's all helping, because it is definitely something that people can now, hearing what you guys are kind of going back and forth about, just exchanging knowledge about. Now they can do some additional research on that. All right, then we have Vernon Neal, Slide Doggy TN again. Exactly. Oh yeah, Slide Doggy TN. He's into computers. He's into some things, so he knows a little something too. Shout out to Sly in here, getting active in the comments. So really, really appreciate that. All right, and let's see, guys. What else did we have in here? All right, let's just take a look over here. So yeah, guys, I'm taking a look, just checking on my Facebook people too, making sure everybody's in here getting active, that wants to get active in the comments. Always appreciate the support of the channel. Let's see. All right, yes. Okay, we got Jimbo on Lanier checking in. What is going on, Jimbo? Now, we definitely have to get together for our collab. I got to have you on the channel. Jimbo on Lanier. He is a guide out here on Lake Lanier, guys. So I would definitely get him on the channel. He's out here catching nice spotted bass. I mean, have you guys ever seen a 5, a 6? I mean, he's out here catching some nice spotted bass on a regular basis. So yeah, so I'll get him on the show for you guys just to, add a little bit more knowledge. So we can all get out there and see how he's out there catching those big spotted bass out here on Lake Lanier, because they're moving, guys. They're all over the place. And he's running all kinds of patterns. He's out here creating lures and catching these fish, guys. So yeah, very, very good deal. Glad you were out here watching and supporting the channel, Jimbo on Lanier. All right, so I see you guys are getting quieting down a little bit. Let's see, where are we at in the chat? All right, so hey, so maybe that's something that we can look into, guys. All right, so Michael has hopped in. He says, Money, have you seen Rick Clunn interview on Forward Facing Sonar? I sure did, and his answer surprised me. I was not expecting that at all. So, and actually, that I was wanting to do another live stream about that, and maybe that is something that we can do, and then maybe I'll just review his reaction and then some other people's comments in relation to that. But yeah, so I definitely did see that, and I was surprised that he was on board with the electronics. Kind of interesting, especially based on what you're hearing people out here talk about, about being against them and things like that, kind of a mix of the old versus the new type thing. But hey, you know how that goes. All right, guys, we have been rolling for about 2.5 hours, and it looks like we've gone through, answered all the questions and everything. Want to give a special shout out to, let me just pull them up. Let me pull them up. How about we do that, guys? Let's pull them up. And I mean, I definitely want to give a shout out for everybody tuning in each week and supporting the channel. It really, really means a lot. It is definitely helping the channel grow. And guys, please share these videos. I see people on Facebook making it happen. I see the shares are popping up on the screen. So it helps make the channel bigger. And again, as this channel grows, it is going to benefit all of us, guys, because I'm bringing this information, bringing interviews, bringing products, bringing a lot of different things that will help you guys out. And also, another thing that I wanted to make sure I mention is always read the descriptions. This Noco boost, I have mine in a case, guys, but let me just show you what this thing is real quick. If you are out on the water and your battery for some reason get low and you get stranded, you cannot start and you need a jump, this Noco boost, it comes with the let me see if I can guess you guys can kind of see in that bag, but it's actually the clamps that you would use on a jump starter cables. It comes with that, and it has like a flashlight. Let's see, there we go. So it has a flashlight on it. You can charge your it has different settings on here, but you can charge your phone, charge your electronics. It has a USB port. But it's a good thing to have because it will bring your battery back to life. It'll jump start that battery so that you can make it back to the ramp. So I get this and I keep it on my boat. Anytime that I use it or I know that something's coming up, I'll take it out and just top it off as far as the charge, just to make sure that it's good to go. Because I did actually recently had to use it. One of my batteries did end up going bad on me, and I got a replacement. That AGM battery that I was telling you guys about, maybe about a month or so ago. So I've had that battery for 3 years, and I started having issues with it. And I did actually have to jump start it one time because the Perco switch, it was pulling power from one of my trolling motor batteries to start, but that trolling motor battery was bad. And that bad battery, with them being connected, maybe it caused some type of issue in there. So I actually replaced both of those batteries. That Interstate 31 AGM battery, that thing has a 3-year warranty. So I got a replacement on that for free. I did not have to pay anything for that, which is always a, a good deal. All right. Let's just see real quick. Have some more people hopping in the comments. So Dottie Fishing says, heck, I just drill oil and gas wells. I ran 3. Okay, all right. So everybody's hopping in here. I ran 3, let me see, runs of 6 AWG from my 5th battery. Goodness. Okay, so yeah, so you stepping it up. I haven't heard of anybody running that 6 gauge. All right. All right. So yeah, Vernon Neal thought that was kind of funny too. Well, yeah, so you're getting busy out there. All right, and let's see. Oh, so we have DP. Shout out to DP. Shout out to DP. He says, "What's up, Jimbo? This DP Spencer's friend." Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's a small community over here. You know, everybody kind of knows each other, knows somebody to know somebody, and all that good stuff. So special shout out to that. All right, guys. So special shout out to Dottie Fishing with the 4.99 super chat. Then we had John Polly come in. Let me just put some respect on it. Let me see, John Polly, where you at? Where you at? John Polly came in with the 4.99 super sticker. Special shout out to you. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Then we had Mako Mills. Mako Mills just stepped it up and he was like, hey, I want to get in on it a little bit too. But DP came in and said,
Yes, sir.
hold on. Let me talk to you real quick. I have something to say. How about that? Special shout out to DP, the co-sponsor of the live stream, and definitely a special shout out to Sly Doggy TN for the target lock, guys. Can't say how much I really, really appreciate you guys for always showing strong support for the channel. All right, guys, if you have any topics or anything that you want to kind of bring to the live stream, make sure you send over a just hit me up on Instagram, or you can just send me a message on one of the comments in any of my videos. I do respond. I do owe, I think there's 2 people that I owe a response back to. One of them regarding the 360, and the other one, I can't remember exactly what it's in reference to, but I get back to everybody in my comments. So always feel free to drop a line and we will get into it, guys. All right, guys, we have been running for 2.5 hours. So I really, really appreciate it, guys. Always have a great time hanging out with you guys. Gonna head out. Gonna be on the water tomorrow with that target lock and bring some information to you guys. Really, really appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next